welcome back. Guys, gotta forgive my voice. Dealing with some sinus issues right now. We've been having some ragweed pollen, but the show must go on, and I just probably won't do a lot of talking. So with that being said, gonna go ahead and drain the oil, maybe start pulling some fairings off, getting this thing prepped to the point to where we can start cleaning up some of the engine, like in here. But probably change out this ECU bracket so I can connect the ECU back up, and replace this light switch, which was broken in the accident. I just ordered this vent, so I'm waiting for that. I still have not ordered the fairings. I need to get on that, get those fairings on the way. Probably just be some cheap all white ones. I have this tank. Probably go ahead and open a few of these packages that we did have come in. I still need to order this peg bracket as well as this trunk latch assembly, and I need to really start getting on this stuff pretty soon, especially sooner than later, because I want to get rid of it before the end of March, actually before spring break. So anyhow, enough talking. Let's go ahead and get into dismantling this 2012 R1. One of the best things that Yamaha does is these quick release bolts, man. If you've never owned a Yamaha or worked on a Yamaha, I know the R1s. I'm not positive about the R6s. I would imagine so. It's been so long since I worked on one that had all of the factory bolts and everything else to them. I really can't tell you, to be honest. So it's our first piece removed, and as you can see, this is why I always tell people, you know, you can only give them an estimate, because when you start taking stuff apart, you start seeing other stuff like that. But even more, when you start putting this stuff together, you start realizing there's more going on than you thought, because that's when you realize that everything isn't working properly, because the bike won't start, or bike runs hot, or idles high, idles low, cuts off, all kind of. This is the reason why when you drain oil, the engine is actually supposed to be hot, so the oil is thinner and it drains a lot quicker. If not, you have to do this. Even though all the oil has kind of drained down into the oil pan, so it's not like still lubed up, you know, in the valves or cylinders. Well, it's a little bit in the cylinder, whatever. But for the most part, all the oil has drained back down off the mechanical parts, and it's just accumulated at the bottom of the oil pan and draining the oil pan. Not seeing any water, not seeing this thing any, you know, having that milky look to it is pretty good sign already. Looking at the paperwork, well, actually the sticker on the bike, I think it only got to the auction in December and it's only February. So let's put a light if you can access behind the reservoir. Just shine a light back there and look around. And this one is low, so that means that lost coolant at some point somehow. Could have been laying on its side. Radiator might have a leak. Let's hope not, but it could. The reservoir could have a crack in it. One of these lines might not be tight. The bike might have just been laying on its side and some of the coolant just drained out. While waiting on the oil to drain, since I picked this bracket up from Yamaha, we can go ahead and change that. Wrong bike. So that's that broken exhaust tab that I mentioned in the intro video for this bike. Like I said, not a big deal. Unless the new owner wants to go back to undertail exhaust, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think that'll be the best move, and I'm pretty sure it will be regretful. Those things are hot. Plus, you know, everyone is concerned about weight ratio and all that stuff nowadays. Even people that don't go to the track, and you know, some weight is some weight, but man, some things are like so minor that they don't really make a difference like that. Not saying the exhaust is one of those things. Oh, look, got those already. Which is that? still not at the line, which is, that is enough to fire it up. Oh, so we need some old petrol. I can never pour gas in without making a mess. Alright, so next thing we do is, this tank was like completely dry, like fuel had been siphoned. So next thing we want to do is prime the fuel pump by not starting it, but you know, just turning the key a few times so you hear the fuel pump prime. That will get fuel into the lines so there's no air. It'll purge the air from the lines, and you know, hopefully we'll be able to start this thing up. And there we go. Surprise, surprise. But we're gonna let this thing charge for a little bit before trying to fire it up. It's day 2 of messing with the 2012 R1. The oil filter that I ordered yesterday finally came. So I got that oil filter put in, got the oil put in, and so far the only concern that I'm having with this bike is the strip the drain plug, and it has a small leak. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to try and use the factory drain plug. I may go to Yamaha, or I might just try to order one, and if that does not work, it looks like before they just had some kind of rubber grommet or seal around the bolt to keep it from leaking, and apparently it wasn't leaking. I didn't see any drips on it, you know, it still had oil in it, all of that type of stuff. But put the bike on the charger after a few failed attempts to start it. Did finally get it started today, so let you guys hear that. It sounds good. My primary goal for today is to get the oil put back in the bike, get it started, make sure that once it gets up to temperature, the fans will come on, cool the bike back down, etc. I'm gonna go ahead, get the bike started up, let you guys see how it sounds. Alright guys, so for reasons I can't explain other than whatever material this is flammable, but when this cable was touching the side of this, which is I'm assuming the reason why this has been cut away. If you look, you can tell that this was intentionally cut away, and when the cable was touching this and I tried to start it, that's where that smoke started coming up. I don't know if you were able to see or not. When I started the charger, it started doing the same thing without me even, you know, trying to start it. So I pulled away some of that stuff, moved the cable away from it, got the voltage up to 13.6 now, so let's see what it do. Oh man, I almost had it. I'm about to let it charge back up a little bit. Voltage is at 12.6 now. Yeah, definitely gonna let it charge back up. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and let this battery get fully charged. I should have done it in the first place. Well, we're at 13.5 volts now. Give her another shot. If it doesn't turn over this time, we'll just wait. I don't think the temperature is as high as the dash is showing. Pretty sure something is unplugged, just like this. Let's see. See if we can get rid of some codes. And there we go. Got the true temp, and it's only 147. Also got that 69 code back. Did a little research. Supposedly that's ABS, so not a big deal. We can either clear that or just ride it around.